Yo, you ugly motherfuckers out there sitting on your computer in your mom's basement. This is Copywrite, and you're watching The B Shine. I was living in Florida at the time, and I remember hearing Beastie Boys coming out of people's cars and Two Live Crew coming out of people's cars, and heard some NWA on the radio, heard Salt and Pepper on the radio, and heard Beastie Boys on the radio. And I don't know, I gravitated towards it. I really didn't have my own type of music that I liked yet. I basically was at the age where I listened to whatever my parents played. And I don't know what it was. It was animated. It was kind of like caricature-y. It was kind of cartoony. And something about it, I just kind of gravitated towards it. You know, I saw De La Soul, Me, Myself, and I video, and everything about it, I just liked it. I mean, I started rapping on accident, man. I didn't plan to rap. I didn't say I want to be a rapper. I was a cartoonist. I still am a cartoonist. And what it was me and Jakai, he used to have a boombox in his basement, and we'd record skits and shit. And one night, it was like the kind of boombox with a built-in mic. And one night, he started like banging on the, you know what I'm saying? And it was picking up, so we started freestyling. Like, we used to record stupid skits, comedy skits, SNL-type parodies and shit like that. So we freestyled. I was like 14 years old. People in the neighborhood heard it, and it kind of encouraged us to try to write something and see what we could come up with on the written tip. So that was it, man. After we started writing, like, we were pretty good off the bat. So once we started writing, we kept it going. We had something. We kind of knew what we were doing, and we just kept it going from there. From that point, like winning battles and it took a while, man. It was a process. Like it went from us recording on a karaoke machine, from me listening to Redman, There Is a Dark Side, and listening how he was doing multi-track recording, to where I would do multi-track recording on a karaoke machine. I would put a beat in an instrumental, and I put a blank tape in, and then I would record lines, leave out lines, like record every other line, then go put that tape into the one that the beat was in, and then put a blank tape in there and fill in the lines. So it was airy as shit, because all those, second generation, third generation recording. But that was it. We did that for a while, and then we started writing. We got better. I want to say like 95, 96, we started hitting the open mics and actually started getting in real battles. So battling is what basically got my confidence up as an MC, got me to where, I knew I was nice because I saw the reaction of people. And it was just all throughout Columbus, I would just terrorize people. A whole crew would terrorize people. Me, Camus, Jakai. So, we were in a crew called Opium Prodigy. We started out as the Nut House Posse. We rapped like the Ghetto Boys. We rapped like Gangster Nip. So then we went through a few different crew names and variations of the crew. And then finally we ended up being Megahertz. And that was that. My grandpa sung with the Glenn Miller Band. So music was in my family, but I never met my grandpa, my dad's dad. I never got to meet him. He died before I could meet him. And they would say, like, at first, they just thought it was something that I was, toying around with. My mom would get sick of hearing beats playing out of my room. She would just complain. Me and Camus would be in there making beats on a Gemini DJ sampler, and she would just complain about it. Complain about hearing the same kicks and shit and saying everything sounds like the same beat. And then, I caught a little flack from my grandma. She would say shit like, why don't you sing like your grandpa? And shit like that. But after a while, and I started making moves and coming to New York through Bobito and Mighty My, and they saw that I was actually doing shit and making money off it and making a name for myself, then they kind of turned around. My mom was cool with it sooner than my grandma was, you know what I'm saying? But, like, they're older, you know what I'm saying? They didn't understand hip-hop. I would listen to rap tapes in the car on the way to school and shit like that, or like if my grandma was riding me around, if I was running errands with her, and I would turn down the volume real quick when the cuss word would hit. So it took them a little bit more time, but once they saw that it was something real, they respected it. I mean, I got to open up for James Brown, play the same festival as James Brown in London, which was like, to me, that kind of is the illest shit that I've done, to me, because I mean, we're talking James fucking Brown here. Touring, you know what I'm saying? Going to South Africa, going to Australia, going to Europe, being able to do that off of words, like that's ill to me. being able to not have to work, you know, having songs on video games, just doing something that I never thought really early on would be possible. You know, I remember early on, like I was working at Stride Right in Lazarus at the mall. And I remember getting dropped off for work and just thinking like, it was like 95, 96. I remember thinking like, damn, I wish rap was my job, you know? And then it ended up that being the case. So this shit's kind of cool. Oh, also, man, we put our city on the map, man. Like we're in the Vibe History of Hip Hop book, you know? So, you know, they recognized us as being the first group from Columbus, Ohio, you know? So, you know, it's cool. It's kind of cool, man. We broke down some walls, and we also paved the way for everybody in our city to get on and do their thing. So it's cool, man. And I got to shout out the Intellect, because that's the dude who basically schooled us and taught us everything we know studio-wise and shit. So being able to create, being able to get thoughts out of my head, it's like therapy. You know, a lot of MCs have said that, but it's real. You get it out your head, you don't have to deal with it. And also you help other people that are going through the same shit. You know, I've had a lot of people come up to tell me about how June, you know, helped them through rough times, or like actually stopped them from wanting to commit suicide and shit like that. So to me, that's the biggest, the illest thing with this music that I've accomplished is relating to other people that are going through the same shit and letting them know that, hey, there's someone else going through the same shit that you've gone through. You know, you're not alone in this, which makes it all easier. Just like having consistent music, not having bullshit, basically being known as a bad motherfucker on the microphone. That's really what I want to do. I just want to leave behind a trail of incredible music that can't be denied and that's timeless, you know?